Hello, this is the Essential Elements, page 36 and page 37. And this is where the violas and the cellos learn to read the notes on their C strings. I have a violin. I don't have a C string. So you're going to have to make sure that you look at their finger patterns up at the top of the page. Since I can't see you, I can't tell if you're playing the wrong finger pattern or not. But if you'll look at the finger pattern at the top of the page, you'll be able to tell where you put your fingers. Okay, so for number 144, cellos and violas, this is what your C looks like, your open C. This is the very lowest note you can play, very lowest note. So for violas, your C is underneath one ledger line. So that's the ledger line and underneath it. For cellos, yours is a line note and it's two ledger lines under the staff and a line note. These notes are really important because this is the lowest note that you can play. So if somebody gives you some music to play and it goes lower than that, that's something that you need to be able to tell right away. So here we go, number 144, and that's your open Cs. So open C string, no fingers for violas and cellos. For violins, this is third finger on our G, and for bass, this is second finger on your A. So here we go. Number 144, 1, 2, here's your Cs, and half note, half note, half note, half note, half note. Now, number 145 is your F. So violas, please look and see that your F is a line note and it's your very lowest line. So fat alley cats eat garbage. That's your fat note right there. And for cellos, your F is right under the staff. It sits right under the staff and it's a space note. So we have the F, that's a new note for violas and cellos. And for violins, this is not a new note. This is second finger on your D string, right? Right next to your first finger. And for bass, this is second finger as well on your D string. So those are not new notes for violin and bass. Now, we have another note in this besides F. And if you can see in the very last measure, you have your C as well. You have a C as well. So here we go, 145, 1, 2, 3, here's your F. Half note, half note, half note, note, C, F. Okay, so for violas for violas, your F is your third finger. For cellos, your F is your fourth finger, as it says in the diagram at the top of the page. Okay, number 146 is an E. Violins and bass, this is easy. This is just first finger. Let me make sure in the bass book. Do you have your open E there? Nope, first finger on your D string. Okay, so for cellos, your E is your third finger. And for violas, your E is your second finger. And for cellos, your E has one ledger line, and it's a line note. It's really easy to get it mixed up with the C. The C has two ledger lines, the E, just one ledger line. And violas, your E is right under the staff. It's a space line, or space note, sorry, a space note, sits right under the staff. Okay, so here's our E's, and if you look along the line, you also have an F and a C. You see where those are. Okay, here we go. Number 146, 1, 2, 3, here's our E's, go. Half note, half. Now, here's the change. Okay, and number 147 is your D, And for both cello and viola, that's first finger on your C string is your D. And for violins, that's just our open D, so that's easy for us. Bass as well, just your open D. So if you look through here, what else do you have besides a D? So you have a D and you have a C, and then an E and an F. So the last two measures look like a C scale coming up. Just the first four notes of your C major scale. So here we go, 147, here's your D. 1, 2, ready, go, quarter, quarter, half, note. Here comes the change. Half, note, half, note. Okay, so there you have the notes on your C string, and now they're going to have you play these exercises with those notes. So number 148, our first note is F, and then it goes down to E, then goes down to D, and then goes down to C. And then if you look at the rest of the line, notice it just goes right back up again. So here we go, 148, 2, 3, here's the F's, go. Half, note, half, note, here's your E, here's your D, note, half, note, here's the C, rest, rest, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, rest. So violins and violas, I need to make sure that when you're going over to your lower strings, that your elbow comes up as well. If you leave it behind, you can't get a good sound. So you need to, your elbow stays the same level as your wrist. And so your elbow has to come up to play those notes. Otherwise, you don't pull a good tone. Right? So you need to get your elbow under it. Or over it, really. Right? Okay. So let's go on to number 149, the C major scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Here's your C. 2, 3, 4, A, G. Here's your F now. 2, 3, 4, 2, C. And then you're going to go right back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a B, and a C. Very nice. Okay, let's go on to number 150. And number 150 is a rhythm rap where you have a new note value, and these are whole notes. So you can see there's only one note in that whole measure. It gets the whole thing. So in the rhythm rap, let's start the metronome. So your whole note gets 4 clicks. Let me find here it is. Okay, so we're on number 150. We're just going to do this with our bows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the rhythm rap, and we have another new rest value, which is the whole rest. And so if you can see in the fourth measure, they have that block that hangs down from the line. When a block hangs down from the line, it gets the whole measure of rest, 4 counts, which you can see it's the only thing in that measure. So a half rest pops up from the line. It's a block that pops up, and that just gets 2 counts. And they look the same except for if they're hanging down or popping up. So let's go on to number 51. And number 51 is the same rhythm. It just has notes now. And if you look next to the clef sign, we don't have any sharps. No sharps. And so we're going to start with F. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Okay, so going on to number 152. Number 152, long ago. So violas and cellos, you guys are going to start on your open C strings. So these are going to test your knowledge of your C string notes. And for violins, you guys start third finger on your G on that C, and bass, second finger on your A on that C. And the only other thing that this has whole notes in it. And it also has a whole note with a tie to a quarter note, which means that gets 5 counts. So 4 counts for the whole note, plus 1 note for the quarter note it's tied to. So let's moderato 91. We're going to start on C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, there's that one. Number 153, C major scale and arpeggio. So again, violas and cellos, they're testing your notes on your C string. And for violins, you guys start third finger on your G, and bass second finger on your A string. And an arpeggio, we have a scale. A scale is when you move note to note to note. An arpeggio is when you skip notes. That's an arpeggio. That's a C arpeggio. So here we go. Number 153. 1, 2, 3. Here's your C. Go. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. Half note. Okay, so number 154, listen to our sections. We're not going to do that one because I don't have all our sections here and I can't play everything. So we're going to do number 155, Monday's Melody. Please look next to the clef sign and notice there are no sharps. So we have to play an F and we have to play a C, and there are slurs. Okay, so I'm going to do the moderato tempo, 91 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Those are our eighth notes that we start with. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and half note. Beginning one has the same roadmap that we've done before, where you play it all the way through, then start back at the beginning because it says DC all fin A, and then we end at the fin A, which looks like fine, but it's not because it's Italian. It's fin A. Okay, thank you.